Hey everybody, and welcome to Bits of Board, where we're talking board games, miniatures, cards, and dice. My name's Michael, and this is the Kickstarter Minute, where we check out all the awesome stuff that's on Kickstarter right now. So it's been a little while since we had a Kickstarter Minute. There was a little break in there just because there wasn't so much going on Kickstarter, but right now there is so much stuff. Oh my. So this is a slightly extended Kickstarter Minute, aren't they always? Anyway, let's get stuck in. First up, we've got Who Goes There. Now this is a board game based on a novel called Who Goes There, which is the novel that inspired The Thing. Oh, it's a horror social deduction kind of game. They've called it a growing paranoia game. The aim of the game here is survival. Players have 3 large portions of the game to prepare to try and escape the icy wastelands where they are being hunted by the Thing. Now there's heaps to do throughout the game. You can explore, you can even craft stuff with all the stuff that you've found, but most everything comes with that risk of exposure. Now as players prepare for the evacuation, they have to face a couple of key moments, choosing who they want to trust in the team. If they choose right, they may just escape with their lives, but if they choose wrong, it's the end of everything. Now this game's put together by the guys at Certifiable Studios, and they're the ones responsible for bringing us Endangered Orphans of Condyle Cove. I love these guys' projects. Make sure you head on over, follow the link, check it out. Founders of Gloomhaven. Now this is the new one from Cephalofair Games, the guys that brought us Gloomhaven. Now this is not a dungeon crawl, this is a city builder game that tells the story of the origins of the town itself. Players take on a unique faction and starting resources, and the aim of the game is to build up the most influence in this city. Now this game combines a bunch of different elements. It's got action selection like games like Puerto Rico and Glory to Rome, and it meshes that with a resource management system that is so deep and will have you planning your cities from the very beginning. If you like your heavy Euros, check it out. Crusaders, Thy Will Be Done. Now this is the new one from Tasty Minstrel Games in their Deluxeified edition. Players begin the game by choosing a unique order of knights with their own unique player powers, then set off into Old Europa to gain all the influence they can. The game has a very unique action selection system, combining a Moncala and Rondel kind of system. You're going to be trekking across the country, you're going to be building buildings, add to that a little bit of combat, and you've got a wonderful area control game going on. Now TMG, Tasty Minstrel Games, always put together a wonderful final product, so head over to Kickstarter, check it out. Rocks of Ruin. Now this is an expansion for Explorers of the North Sea, one of the trilogy of North Sea games that gives you Vikings in a board game and Vikings done right. Now in Explorers, these well-established Vikings are off exploring new lands. They're going to be settling, capturing livestock, and there's a bit of raiding in there as well, but it's all about gaining those points and proving you have lived the Viking lifestyle. Rocks of Ruin does everything that a good expansion should do. It adds more content, more ways to score the games, more buildings to build, and a 5th player, so even more friends can enjoy the Viking lifestyle. Now if you're new to this series, don't worry, you can pick up the entire catalogue of the North Sea games in this Kickstarter, and if you just need to pick up a couple of expansions, it's all there. This is an all-encompassing Kickstarter, leaving no stone unturned. Check it out. Cthulhu: Rise of the Cults. Now this, yes, it's another Cthulhu game set in Arkham, but the surprise here is that this one is done by Red Imp, the guys that brought us Martians: A Story of Civilization. Now in Cthulhu, players take on the role of cult leaders. None of this investigator stuff. It's all about bringing the end of days and taking out all those other silly cults at the same time. It's got sneaky hidden information and a little bit of player conflict, but it ties it all together with a wonderful art style and what looks to be some very deep gameplay. If you need more Lovecraft, if you need more Cthulhu, Rise of the Cult, check it out. Cthulhu Wars is back, guys. I don't know what to say. This is one of the biggest tabletop games around, and I'm talking big for map size, I'm talking big for miniatures as well. Now if you haven't heard about it, Cthulhu Wars is a strategic guys on a map game that has a ridiculously short play time for what it accomplishes. In the base game, players can choose one of 4 highly unique cults. Not only different miniatures, but completely different roles of their monsters and cultists and great old ones. Everyone's got their own unique powers and paths to victory. Now you might go over to the Kickstarter and be like, this is just a big looking game, that's probably its gimmick. No. This has got some oomph behind it. So far in Onslaught 3, we have a new faction, we have a new 8-player map, We've even got new sculpts for existing content. Honestly, this expansion, this campaign is doing so much to keep the game fresh. Highly replayable, loads to think about it, and if you're not sick of it already, an awesome theme. Honestly, you just need to get over there, head to the Kickstarter page. This one has to be seen to be believed. Cthulhu Wars Onslaught 3, check it out.